All right. What's up, guys? I am back with episode 2 of going through my comic book collection. Picking up right where I left off last time. I did the first box right there. And the empty hole is the second box, which is now beside me. Let's jump into this thing. I said last time the first 4 boxes are all Superman. So the second box is a Superman box. And I am picking up with Man of Steel issue 5. Cool little cover here. Curse of the Atomic Skull. Dig that cover. The first box started off with a lot of some Silver and Bronze Age. So if you're interested in that, definitely go back and check out the first episode. This box is, I think, all from the 90s. We've got Action Comics issue 671, part 2 of the Blackout storyline up next. We've got Man of Steel issue 6, part 3 from the Blackout story. And if I remember right, this is a storyline where he had amnesia. I don't think I have the entire story. I'm missing part 1 for sure. But I think that's the only one that I'm missing in the storyline. Next up, we got Superman issue 62, part 4. Got Adventures of Superman issue 485. This was part 5. And I think this was the final part to the Blackout storyline. I'm not sure if it went past 5 or not. If it did, then I'm missing more than issue 1. It's been years since I've read that one, but I'm pretty sure that's where he had amnesia. We got Man of Steel issue 7 here. This is a cool cover. It blacked out. Internet must be a little crazy. Hopefully, the sound and the picture quality is good and it's not frozen. It does that sometimes with my internet. Got Man of Steel issue 8. Yo, what's up, comics fan? Thanks for popping in, man. Crazy looking character right there. Got Man of Steel issue 9. This is part of the Panic in the Sky storyline. All right, got Superman 65, part 2 from Panic in the Sky. This is a cool cover. I made it jump from part 2 to part 5 from Panic in the Sky, so that's another set I'm going to have to work on to try to complete. But this is Man of Steel issue 10, kind of a cover homage to Crisis on Infinite Earths issue 7. And this is one I got this in a Man of Steel lot on eBay last year, or maybe the year before last now. But that is a cool cover. Here's another good one, Man of Steel issue 11, walking out of the fire there. We've got Man of Steel issue 12. Played some Fortnite with Collector Mania. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, nice, man. Fortnite is a game that I've been meaning to try to jump into again. I haven't played it in years, but I've been wanting to check it out because I heard they had like the no build mode in it now, so I figure it might be easier for an old dude like me to jump in and play some. Gonna have to download that, give it a try again soon. Hope you're having a good day. I mean, it's a day, I guess. It is what it is. Got see, here's a nice Luther cover with Action Comics 678. Oh yeah, those monster covers are pretty cool. Kind of reminds me a little bit of a Fantastic Four cover. Got Man of Steel issue 13. Superman getting launched into space there. Evidently, he did something in this issue to tick off Elon Musk and got strapped to a big rocket and just sent away. All right, here's a cool cover. Got Adventures of Superman 492. Got Superman issue 59. Clark and Lois spending some time alone together. Love that cover. Got Action Comics 679 here. And I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I got this one in an AOK from Fanboy Prime one time. I think that's one of the ones he sent me. I got Superman and Man of Steel, issue 14, guest starring Robin. Night of the Bat. Not sure what's going on with Superman's face right there, but that's a little rough. Oh yeah, I think he finally completed the triangle set. I'm pretty sure I saw a video where he said it was finally completed a little while back. Got Adventures of Superman 493. Yo, what's up, bub? How you doing, man? Yeah, I think there was like 500 and something issues all together in the triangle numbers. So that was like a huge set to try to complete. Got Man of Steel issue 15. Hope you're doing good, bub. We got Superman issue 71. This is starting to get close to the Death of Superman run. Got Action Comics 682. We have this is one I just picked up last year. Somehow I never got this issue growing up. I always thought Doomsday's first appearance was Man of Steel 18. I didn't know that he did cameos before that until like years later, and I finally picked up the first cameo in Man of Steel issue 17. Got that for my birthday last year. And I actually have all 4 Doomsday cameos now, which is kind of crazy that I think Doomsday might be the only character that's gotten 4 cameos before a full first appearance. I think Mystique got 3, and I think Mary Jane got 2 or 3 as well from Amazing Spider-Man. But Doomsday is the only character I know that got 4 cameos before his full first appearance. And here is his second cameo, which, by the way, all the cameos was the same thing. It was just like his fist hitting a metal wall at the very end of the book for like 4 different books. But Man of Steel issue 73, this is the first print direct edition. Got the first print newsstand. And we have the second print direct edition. And the only difference between the first and second print is the first print has the green label, second print has the blue. That's I'm pretty sure Fanboy Prime sent me these 2 issues as well. I picked up this one at a local comic shop and didn't realize it had a detached cover until I got it home. So Fanboy Prime hooked me up with these copies. I've got Adventures of Superman 496. This was the 3rd Doomsday cameo. Got Mr. Mixel Pitalik there. And we have Action Comics 683, the 4th and final Doomsday cameo. And we have Man of Steel 18, the full first appearance. This is one of the few books that I'm hoping to one day get in a 9.8 slab. I don't really collect slabs anymore. I don't care too much about getting a slab book, but certain issues like this one, which was just like a big part of my childhood, I would love to get like in a 9.8. So one day, that's on the list. I got to make that happen. Here we have the 4th print of Justice League of America, issue 69. This is the DC logo variant edition. Yeah, I love these Doomsday issues. I still don't have a first print of this one, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to go for first prints. But I love having the DC logo variant, so I'm probably not going to go for another print of this. This is probably just going to be it. But I love that cover too. I've got a couple doubles. Doomsday. Superman issue 74. I've got the direct and the newsstand. DC logo first print. No, it says it's got a little the Roman numerals up there for 4th print. I picked this one up from an Instagram seller a couple years ago. I can't remember I can't remember if it was Boy Johnny or if it was Barbarian Kung Fu. I'm not sure. I think it was Barbarian Kung Fu. Better than first print? I think so. I don't have very many DC logo variants. I think I only have maybe 2 or 3. But yeah, I love those variants. Got Adventures of Superman 497. Feed looks a bit blocky, really. Oh yeah, I got I'm getting like a low signal warning on my thing. It's only got 1 bar. That's something I really need to do, man. I need to try to find a better internet because Spectrum, I've had them for like, gosh, like 20 years, and their price keeps going up and up, but their service has always been like real spotty for me. I'm always getting like 1 and 2 bar connections. So I've been waiting forever for them to get fiber internet in my area, but they still haven't done it yet. Hopefully soon, because I need a better internet plan. The price is going way too high, and the internet's just not that great. But anyway, here's Action Comics issue 684. One of my favorite covers in the run here. And this is another one that I didn't have until like maybe a year or 2 ago. I finally got in the collection. Yo, what's up, Brian? I didn't see you pop in, man. Hope you're having a good one. Then we got Man of Steel issue 19. Video better now? Cool. Yeah, it keeps going from like 1 to 2 to 3 bar connections. And here is Superman 75. I've got several copies of that. I've got the opened poly bag, and I did keep the poly bag in the back with all the stuff that comes in it. I've got a sealed poly bag, and I've got the first print direct edition in a 9.8 slab, but that is in the CGC box. That'll be in another video in the future. But here is the second print direct of 75. The third print. And finally, the fourth print. I would love to pick up a sealed platinum 75, but that is just nowhere near the budget right now, so that might be way down the road if that happens. I've got Justice League issue 70. And the reason I got Justice League mixed in with these is because it's all part of the same storyline. And I try to keep all the storylines together. Otherwise, this would be in the Justice League box. But I've got the newsstand, and I've got the direct edition. And I've actually got the second print signed by Dan Jurgens. This was part of the Funeral for a Friend storyline after the death of Superman. And this, I got this in an AOK from Just a Little Podcast. The boy who had 7, Matt, was selling the whole Funeral for a Friend storyline. And Just a Little Podcast, Cookie, bought it from him and AOK'd it to me, which was awesome. A lot of the issues that he AOK'd me are signed. I've got the first, second, and third print direct editions of Adventures of Superman 498. Again, the only difference here is like the color of the trade dress. I don't go out of my way to collect like first, second, and third prints, but for storylines like this that just kind of started me collecting, I kind of like to have those. These are like the books that just kind of mean something to me. Yo, what's going on, Kenneth? Hope you're having a good one, my friend. I've got Supergirl in Action Comics issue 685 here with an awesome cover homage. Okay, I've got Man of Steel issue 20, and both of these are the direct editions. Not sure how that happened. Normally, I would go for a newsstand and a direct, but a couple of them are like that. Okay, here we go. Superman 76. This is another signed one, the newsstand, and the signed one is the direct edition. Got Adventures of Superman 499. We got Supergirl in Action Comics 686. Again, this is a double, but one is newsstand and one is direct. Fanboy showed that cover last week. End with JLA. Nice. Got Man of Steel issue 21 here. Jonathan Kent has seen better days. All right, we've got Superman issue 77. Both of these are the direct editions, but one of them is signed by Dan Jurgens. We have Justice League of America 71. This was one of the final ones that I needed to finally fully complete the death, funeral, and return of Superman. This was like I think the epilogue to Funeral of a Friend, or one of the epilogues to Funeral of a Friend, where they had to pick a new Justice League member. But yeah, I think this was like the final one I needed to finally complete that entire set. It came out back in February of '93, so it only took a few decades to get the entire set together finally. And Adventures of Superman 500, I have several copies of that. I've actually got 2 sealed poly bags. I've got 2 of the standard cover. And I've got an open poly bag. Still got the card in it. And I've got another open poly bag, but this one is like missing the film that's over the that's normally over the character. I didn't actually know I had that until years later when I finally found this issue. But this one I picked up at a flea market for like $1 back in the day. And I just thought that was what it was supposed to look like. I didn't know it was supposed to have this white film over it. But this is another issue, Adventures 500. I need to try to track down the platinum version of it. We've got Action Comics issue 687. This was the variant cover, and I have the standard cover of that. We've got two of the variant covers of Man of Steel issue 22. This is one I still need to get the standard cover on. We have a Superman issue 78. And I've actually got a signed numbered copy of this book that was a gift from Bub's World a few years ago. But that is in a top loader, so it's in my CGC box back there because it wouldn't fit in a regular box. So that one will be in a future video. I've got two issue 501s of the variant cover. Another one I don't have a standard cover for. I've got Action Comics 688 here. And the Rayman story I have up on the wall back there. Those were the original books I had from when I was a kid. But this is a copy of the very first comic I ever bought. Again, the original is up on that wall from, what is it, 93? Yep. But this was the book that I started with. It's funny, when I first read this as a kid, I was like 13, I think. Let's see. Yeah, this was July 93, so I had just turned 13. This book came out on my birthday, or around my birthday. But anyway, when I first read this as a kid, I didn't know that the whole Doomsday storyline happened, that Superman died. I just thought Superman had a new costume. So when I read this and I found all that out, man, it blew my mind. I had to go back and to flea markets and stuff and try to find all the issues. We got Man of Steel issue 23. Yo, Fanboy Prime, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're having a good day. I see my connection drop down to 1 bar again, so hopefully you guys can still sort of have a picture. We got one of my all-time favorite covers here. 9. This cover is so awesome. And this one happens to be signed by Dan Jurgens, which is awesome. Love this cover, dude. I need to get some more top loaders because this is one that belongs in a top loader. Laying down to go to bed for work tonight. Oh, man. Still working overnights. Jurgens is definitely the man. I hope you get some good sleep, brother, and have a good night at work. Audio dropping also. Man. Hopefully I can get a solid internet connection one of these days. Got Adventures of Superman 502. Another one of my favorite covers. Again, I was 13 when this book came out. So obviously I loved Supergirl. You got Action Comics 689. You got work tonight and then off for 2 nights. Nice. Are you doing the Saturday morning live stream this week? Got Man of Steel issue 24. Got a couple copies of Superman 80, both direct edition. But the second issue is another signed book. Phobias is the theme. Oh, that's a tough one. I've got a couple of those, man. I'll definitely be in the chat checking it out Saturday. We've got Adventures of Superman 503. We've got Action Comics issue 690. To have Man of Steel issue 25, The Real Steel Deal. That's Superman with the Jay Leno chin. It's Superman 81. This is another signed one. See it up on the sleeve here. Got Adventures 504. Been looking at foreign books lately, and shipping is scary. Ooh, I can imagine. Got Action Comics 691. Got two direct editions of Man of Steel 26. Three, counting the ones up on the wall. The only one that I don't have a double of that I need to track down is that Green Lantern issue 46 right there. It was a crossover with the Reign of Superman storyline. It's the only issue I don't have a double of in that set. All right, I think I'm back. Sorry about that. The internet just completely cut out on me. Thankfully, the stream stays live and it doesn't end the stream. Can you guys hear me? I hope. I don't know how much of that got cut off, but I was talking about Green Lantern issue 46 back there, the tie-in. But I've got 2 issues of the Chrome cover for issue 82. The second one is another signed copy. And I've actually got the standard issue 82 on the wall, and I've got the art print that I picked up at Heroes Con last year, signed by Dan Jurgens of the Chrome cover. Hopefully you guys can hear me and this is working right. I've got 2 copies of issue 505 here, 3 counting the one on the wall. And yeah, I got the standard cover to this too, but this one is actually signed and remarked there by Doug Hazelwood. This one I got an AOK from my buddy Trix Comics. That is awesome. It's my first Hazelwood autograph and the first remark I've ever gotten on a book. Love that cover. And I've got 2 standard editions, one newsstand and one direct. And this one, I'm not sure if it came packaged with this, but I've got a postcard on the back. I don't remember if this came with the book or if it's just something I put in there later. By the way, this hair, that's the goal right there. That's what I want to grow mine out to. Getting there, but I got a ways to go. We've got Superman issue 83, the epilogue, The Funeral for a Friend. We've got Adventures of Superman 506. I hope I'm not just talking to myself right now, and you guys can hear me. Somebody give me like a thumbs up or something in the comments if anybody can still hear me. Got Action Comics 693. You're awesome. Thanks, man. I wasn't sure if it was still, because sometimes it'll look like it's going on my end, but it'll be frozen or blacked out on the online. Here's Superman 84. This is part 1 to a very dark storyline for Superman comics. The Toyman plays for keeps. Great issue though, man. But this one's a tearjerker. It'll get you. It's dark, man. Always having some kind of technical issues on my end. Oh, the cover. Okay. My bad. I'm a little slow, man. Just a little. Got Adventures of Superman 507. Cool Bloodsport cover. And this was actually I don't know if this was the first appearance of the second Bloodsport or if he had already appeared. The first Bloodsport was kind I want to say Superman issue 4 in the second volume. This was the second version of Bloodsport. I think that was his name. Yeah, Bloodsport. We've got Action Comics issue 694. And Man of Steel issue 29. Spilled Blood, the final cut. You had the first Bloodsport? Nice. That's still an issue I need to get. I'm missing the first Bloodsport. Hopefully, if I make it to Heroes Con this year, I can find like a reader copy real reasonable. This is the second part to that storyline I was showing. This is Superman 85, Cat Grant's Revenge. Great storyline. We've got a crossover here with the Challengers of the Unknown, which remind me a lot of the Fantastic Four, by the way. Adventures of Superman 508. Then we've got Action Comics issue 695. Lobo Comes to Town. And I have 2 copies of Man of Steel issue 30. We got the standard cover and the variant cover. Now this one is I hold up the right one. This one is open, and it actually came with like it came sealed in a poly bag with little like decals, cut out decals that you could put on the cover and kind of make your own cover. But I don't have those. I don't have the sealed one. But I think again I saw Fanboy Prime recently show a copy of the sealed one. I think it was on last week's Saturday morning stream. So I need to track down a sealed copy one of these days. Sometimes buy comics from Amazon. Don't buy enough. Oh, you buy enough, you get free shipping. That's nice. I've never actually tried buying from Amazon before. I've always heard their shipping is a little kind of rough on the books. But I saw an omnibus on there that I was thinking about, but it was like I think it was like $80 or something. It was the Death, Reign, and Return of Superman omnibus. I don't really collect omnibuses, but that would be like one I would go for if I ever find a good enough deal on it. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Like I don't have enough copies of The Death of Superman. I've got like 6 or 7 trade paperbacks. I've got all like doubles of the floppies. Anyway, Man of Steel 31. And almost done with this. These last few books in the second box are all part of the same storyline. It was a Bizarro story. Got Superman 87. Bizarro, one of my favorite characters, man. I gotta tell you. That's another character that eventually I need to get the first appearance of, which oddly enough, I think came in a Superboy book instead of a Superman book. But we got Adventures 510, the second part to Bizarro World, which is a cover homage to Man of Steel 25 back there on the wall. If you can see the detail. We got part 3 of Bizarro World with Action Comics 697. Part 4 with the Man of Steel 32. And the final issue, part 5, Superman 88, The Fall of Bizarro. And that is it for episode 2 of going through my comic book collection. Did that kind of in record time, even with the technical issues. Got it done in under 50 minutes. Nice. And I think the first episode came in at under an hour as well. So see, I need to buy Many Deaths of Batman. I think it was a 3-issue arc where men dressed as Batman were killed. I don't think I've ever read that story. The covers are by John Byrne. Nice. I've never read that. That's another one I'm going to have to look up and check out. I didn't know about that. All right. I appreciate everybody who hung out in the chat, and you guys always make these streams much more fun. Otherwise, it's just me talking to myself, which I do enough of that anyway. But episode 3 will be one day next week. I haven't nailed it down yet, but that will be the 3rd Superman box. And I will see you guys then. Until then, keep it 9,000. Again, thanks for hanging out. And everybody that checks it out on the replay, thank you too. And I hope everybody has a great day and an awesome weekend coming up. Peace.